Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on this Tuesday. It looks like a pretty busy weather day here coming up, not just today, but also into the evening hours. So this is your first alert. Storms are highlighted as high as we can get them here. We'll probably see a few of them happening early. Largely, these early morning ones will not be strong to severe. We might get a good downpour out of it, maybe a couple of small hailstones. Otherwise, it's the severe stuff that arrives later on this afternoon and then especially into tonight. There's several rounds possible with this, and I'll get you a visual on all of them. Here's the severe weather potential for this evening. The primary threats, very large hail. Also some tornadoes and damaging wind cannot be ruled out either. In fact, it's all on the table here once again. So this is the first round that starts to develop here this morning. There's a warm front that's developing clear down towards our south. Some of these storms are tied to a low pressure system back down to our south and west. These are the ones that come by with maybe a downpour this morning and a little bit of small hail. We're not expecting anything strong to severe out of the morning stuff. Then notice what happens here towards the afternoon. We start to get some clearing to arrive. Winds turn more from the south and east as opposed to the east-northeast that they are right now. And then eventually towards late afternoon and early evening, we're going to see some rapidly developing what we call supercell thunderstorms here. And either one of these can cause some very large hail and some tornadoes to rapidly develop. And watch how quick this occurs from, say, 6 o'clock through 7 o'clock through 8 o'clock across eastern Iowa. So this is one of those cases where you really need to be aware of your surroundings, where you're at, where you could take some shelter in the event something like this pops up very quickly on top of you. This is going to be moving through here during the evening. We're going to call this the second round because after midnight the cold front itself comes by. That represents the third round. This one has a somewhat lesser possibility of severe weather, but it's still there, and it's something we need to keep our eyes on here during the overnight hours. Finally, by sunrise tomorrow, all this stuff is well off towards our east. So here's a quick summary of the three main threats that we've got coming here. High winds a possibility, over 60 miles an hour. In terms of hailstones, very large hail possible, in excess of 2 inches or greater in diameter. And in terms of the tornado risk, a few strong tornadoes are again a possibility, given the strength of this warm front that we've got in the area. Here are some ways to connect with us. The First Alert Weather app is an obvious one to take with you on the go. Also KCRG.com, any type of social media, streaming devices, as well as our radio partners, Classic KMRY, KDTH up there in Dubuque, and then also 1540 KXEL. We encourage you to stay plugged in today because things will be changing rapidly, especially later this afternoon into the evening hours.